people I work with are from did not know the secret.
Okay, I'm looking for the
Hey, Roz. I bet you know it, Roz. Come on. Is it? Oh, okay. There we go. Don't you feel stupid now? But no. How is this when you do it? All right. Can I go put this in the back?
Yeah.
I went to the library store.
Oh.
This is a vacuum. Yeah, he's cute.
She's ready, folks. Come on, everyone. All right, so I'm going to start you off the first hour here, and we're going to talk about cookies, okay? Then the second one, like she said, we're going to have some ice malt from Peggy, cake pops. Last one will be cookies, and Jason's got some fun things out there, so make sure that you watch his demo too. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Mrs. Santa dress right here. Okay, that looks pretty cute there, and easy to do and quick. Some of these take a little bit longer, but this one is really quick, right?
Quick.
Done. See,
It's done. In a blink of an eye, she finished that.
And I even baked my cookie real fast.
Yeah.
Done.
Done.
Okay. All right. So I'm just using fondant instead of a cookie, but also think that this could be a cake topper. It doesn't even have to be a cookie, right? You could do it like just in the fondant. You know, it'd be a great little cake topper. So I'm just gonna knead up some of my red fondant and roll it out. So I'm just gonna take my cornstarch, pop it down like this, roll it out, and you're gonna use obviously the same cutter that you use to bake the cookie to cut this out. Okay, so like that. Now what you wanna make sure is if you baked your cookie this way, for instance like this one, if you baked it this way, you don't wanna cut it out this way, right? Okay, some of them, you can use them either way, so just kind of keep that in mind. Even some of these, like this one, is really meant for this way. You know, if you flip it, it'll be off a little bit. All right, so then you just want to take this whole piece here, pick it up, and I would usually just put a little bit of water underneath it so that'll stick to your cookie too. Okay, you can use piping gel and all other stuff, but
So you do it
I
fondant
prefer
as opposed to
royal icing, or yes. But you can do a lot of these cookies in royal icing too, and I have a couple examples up there. I've done them in both so that you can see. Okay, I prefer the fondant because it's a lot quicker and you don't have to wait for it to set up before you finish it.
Because I'm sight impaired, I need my glasses. Maybe 1/8 of an inch.
Yeah, you can even go a little less than this one. Then I take a veining tool, and right here I just want to make some little creases that are in the dress, like so. Okay, and then you want to take your black, and we can do a belt. So this is, and if you do a bunch of them, you can just do assembly line, or invite Peg over to your house. She can help you out with that. Gonna happen? Okay, and then I will cut a strip, and then you can actually use the same cutter and cut right in there, and then it's going to be the perfect size for that little area. Okay, so you didn't have to think about it, right? Then if you want to do the little thing gold, make yourself useful there. I was going to ask you. I don't know how well they're stuck there, but
It's pretty.
yeah, nice.
Did you want me to show
Don't let
that?
it go too far. I might need to look at it again.
While she remembers doing this little dress, there's the little lines that she just kind of put in.
And then I'm going to take it black and I'm going to wrap it around for the buckle. And the reason I'm using black is I'm going to have it turn it into a gold buckle. But if you use black, then you don't have to paint every single inch of it. because the rest of the black will just kind of tone into the background. Then I can take a couple little buttons here, so a couple balls, and you can even mix these. It doesn't have to all be fondant. Like I could pipe the buttons in royal icing if I wanted to. And I'm actually going to be using a bit of royal icing here in a sec.
Just roll it.
Just roll in a little ball and then pop those on. Usually if you roll it and pop them right on, they'll stick. If you actually roll like 4 balls and let them sit here because you want them all perfect, then by the time you put it on, they're dry, so they're not going to stick, and when you push them on, they're going to crack. Okay? So you roll one at a time, roll it, pop it on, roll it, pop it on. Got it? Roll it, pop it on, right?
All right, Captain.
All right. Yeah.
Is that a roll it and a pop it?
A roll it and a pop it.
Okay, but we're not doing an EE today?
Not right now.
Okay.
No, that's not the right shape for the EE. Okay, let's not get crazy now, Miss Pitt.
Well, I'm not getting crazy.
I don't know what you do in your state, but this is California.
Which state would that be?
Yeah, I don't know what state you live in right now, actually.
Me neither.
Okay, so I've got some royal icing here in a tip number, it's either an 8 or a 9. And I'm just gonna take it, and this is royal icing, and I'm just gonna swiggle it around. If you don't know how to make royal icing, you can ask them in the shop for a recipe for royal icing, and we also have royal icing mix that you just add water to. So we have that. Oh good, I did it the right way. And then down here at the bottom, you want to go down and kind of up with a little fluff, like so. And if you top like that, you can get extra for your cookies. Right? Right? If you have some kind of accent.
Yeah, especially on the Italian one,
Yeah.
try to perfect that a little bit, girl, would you?
Yeah, I know. I'm not really very good at that, but what can you
Do
say?
you want me to work on that for you?
Yeah, could you?
I'll do that for
All
you,
right.
yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to use one of my favorite things to use are the plunger cutters. If you guys don't have all the plunger cutters, then there's something wrong with you. Because these are time savers. You just have to make sure that you know how to use them correctly and just put some cornstarch down so that this will actually slide around. And then just take this and then just cut it. And I go like that with my thumb to clean it. And then you push down and it leaves a little veining. And then you can just pop these out. 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. And you're good to go, right, Peg?
Always,
Always.
but that's it. Okay,
Yeah?
I just learned that I've been using those wrong.
Really?
Well, yeah, I cut and punch at the same time.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting, try it, girlfriend.
Cut and punch.
Cut and punch at
And
the
how does
same
that
time.
come out for you?
It comes out very well.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta, oh, now it's stuck. Thanks a lot.
Well,
I like to clean the edges, so. All right, do this again. One more.
one more time,
There
do
we
it
go.
Susan's way.
Yeah, my way or the highway, Peg.
Well, yeah, well, I've been on the highway, girl.
Yeah. I bet you have. All right, now that one, since there's no royal icing or anything under it, you'll just need a tiny bit of water just to make that stick, voila, like so. And then I'm gonna take some of the gold dust and some lemon extract. So this is more of the highlighter gold, that's the really nice gold, and you just wanna mix that with lemon extract rather than a clear alcohol or gin, because why save the liquor for the cookies, right?
No, that's
You can
not
drink
meant
it.
for cookies.
Oh. But
That's not what
seriously,
it's the alcohol, folks.
the lemon, because of the lemon oil in it, actually blends better with this particular thing. If you ever have any problems with the petal dust not blending well with the alcohol, go with the lemon extract. Go with the lemon extract, and you won't have a problem.
And I can tell you, if you're driving down the highway with a cake in the back and it's done with the highlighter and the lemon, and you get pulled over by some chance, I'm just saying, by the way, it smells better than alcohol.
Is it lemon extract or in oil, I think, did you say?
Lemon extract.
Just lemon.
It has a little bit of oil in
Oh.
the extra. Okay, and then I'm just gonna highlight some of the holly here, just a little bit, just to get a little bit of gold, because hey, anything with a little gold on it, you get more money for, right?
That's right. And you're just
Right.
kind of dabbing, right?
Just dab it, a little dabble, do you?
Dab.
Right?
How much would you charge for a cookie like that? $4, $5?
Oh, you know,
Hi.
depends what car they drive up in. We've had this discussion. What kind of car they drive up in, if I'm in a good mood that day or a bad mood.
What kind of an attitude they have towards
Exactly.
you. Exactly. That cookie can go anywhere from, $4 to $17.
Yeah. Real, and it could even be priceless sometimes. right?
Charge anything less than.
No, you would not. No,
For
you're
how much?
absolutely correct. Anything less than
You're like,
$4.
these are more like 7 to 10.
Yeah.
And then if you have to bag it and bow it for them, then that's an extra $1. And they bring the ribbon.
Fancy ribbon.
What?
Want something
Well,
written
because
on it.
usually if it's a wedding or something, they have, you
Yeah.
know, they say, I have, you know, fuchsia ribbon or what have you.
Yeah.
What about
And-
what about the taste of the fondant? Because there's a stigma that it doesn't taste very.
Well, it depends on the fondant that you get,
That's so very true.
right? So there's a
So
lot of
very
different
true.
ones out there. If you're using the one that's at the craft stores, then
Yeah.
that's why.
And what kind do you use?
I use satin ice. There's also other good ones that are out there. I like the satin ice for the flavor and because it comes in all the different colors. And but there's other ones, Fondex and Fonderific, all these different ones out there now. So fondant is not like it used to be. And honestly, if you eat a cookie that has this as opposed to royal icing on it, it's very similar in taste when you actually taste
More
it.
people
As long as
like
you
the
don't have the
fondant
fondant
than
too
royal
thick.
icing. People don't like the hard royal icing.
Correct.
And they love the fondant. They go, what is this?
So does this,
What is it?
does
It's
this,
so good.
does this firm up enough so that I put it in a bag or a day?
I'm sorry?
Will it firm up enough that I put it?
Yeah, well, because that's royal icing, yeah, the next day. The royal icing takes the longest, but usually a day, whether it's fondant or royal icing, I wait a day before I bag. Or, you know, if you do them at night, then you can do them the next morning. Okay?
Unless you do it in the middle of the night.
What about the fondant? It's all
Are you one
fondant.
of those?
If
Sounds
it's
familiar.
fondant, how long do you wait for?
Like
It's just
overnight.
all fondant.
Overnight still.
Okay.
Yeah, it's better because it's a little soft and those bags can, you know,
Soften
kind
it
of
up.
dig in a little bit. So it's best if you can wait. Okay, so I'm going to do the little candy cane here. Dana.
I've already did that with it. But
Well,
I'll be happy.
that was like a minute ago.
Okay, folks, let's do this now.
Yeah. It's all.
Susan?
Thank
This
you.
is the one you're working on now, girl.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, don't
Because
do
I
it.
wasn't
No,
sure.
yeah.
So,
You
thank
had that, you had that kind of look in your eyes, so I just
know.
thought I'd help you out.
Yep, Thank you very much.
Not a problem.
Okay, so I'm going to take the same cutter here and I'm going to do the cut. And I am just going to use the pizza cutter and cut about halfway down here. So I didn't cut right down here, I cut up a little bit on this green, like this. This one I'm just using the white underneath. We would have our cookie, we would put the white fondant here, but just to save time, I'm just going to put this on top. We can all imagine that there's a cookie under there, right?
Don't let her fool you. She didn't want to bake cookies this morning.
That's right. I didn't want to bake cookies. Is that a problem?
Not
No.
enough.
It's my show.
Yeah, you're right.
I didn't want to bake cookies.
I don't blame you.
All right. Actually, it's better to save them for samples now that aren't cookies. They seem to last a little bit longer. So, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and roll out my red again. Use the cutter to cut, and then we will know where to put our stripes. Okay, so same cutter, like so. And then I like to use a little baby pizza cutter, which is actually like a little stitching wheel. No, I guess I don't. Oh, there it is. Right here on the tray, because that tray was for things that I'm going to do first. I was very organized. Okay, so I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to cut. Let's see which way my candy cane is going here. All right, so this way, curve it, and then I can take this one out and place it right in that same spot.
If you can't really see what she's doing,
That's
check
too
one
bad.
of the monitors.
It's a real
Yeah,
bummer.
check one of the
'cause
monitors
it's really
so you
good.
can, you can actually see a little better.
Okay, you could put a little water under these. It's kind of hot, so they're sticking. So see how I do like every other one? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
You got it?
Got it?
Yes.
Got it.
Like a
All
candy
right.
cane.
Like a candy cane.
Imagine that.
But you know me. Everything has to have a face on it, right?
Exactly.
So.
Now, could you
Yeah.
use the what you have left over as for the next cup cookie?
You could if you want it off. Off. You could. Yeah. Look
Let
at
them
you
lighten
being
up.
efficient. Ah. Okay, and then one more here. Voila. Like a stool. Okay, so that's what I have so far. All right. Okay, now I want the dark green.
It's on the table, on the table.
Right in front of me?
Yeah, there you go, girl.
The other dark green?
The other dark green, not a problem.
Good thing you're here.
I'm telling you,
I
I
know.
don't know how you've done this all these
I
years
don't know.
without me.
I don't know.
Truly.
Right? It hasn't been easy, has it?
No.
No. Okay.
She's been messing up all these years, hasn't she?
Yeah, oh gosh, yeah, daily.
You'll have to
Okay, so
travel.
I'm
We
gonna
do
take
travel together.
this. Scary, isn't it? And then I'm going to use this is called a strip cutter. And it does like borders and things like that. So I'm just gonna cut, and then I'm gonna use my cookie cutter here and use that as a guide for the hat. And then cut right in here so I have this little, perfect little piece, like that. And that is gonna go right here, and I kinda liked it to stick up a little bit. So I just basically push it on here at the base, like that, and then let this part stick up a little bit, like that.
Too cute, girl.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, then we can do the little bob on the end. So I'll just take a ball, put a little bit of water, pop that on, and then I like to use my little, again, it's on the tray.
Would you like me to move those for you?
No, it's just funny that I was trying to be organized and then I go back to looking for it. So this is actually a clay tool that I like to use a lot for grass and stuff like that. And I just kind of poke it to make the little bob, like that. And then we can go to the eyes and the bow and pretty much be done with that one. Okay, so this is the part that you like.
I know. I knew there had to be an
All right,
E in
yeah.
there.
So for eyes, I always do more of an oval. So I take a ball like this, put your finger right in the middle and go E, E, E 3 times.
Not 4,
No,
not 2.
4. Right,
Do it again, girl.
all right.
Pay
All
close
with
attention
me
now.
this time, okay?
All right.
E. Your naturals.
You're all natural.
Naturals. Naturals. All right, so there's one there.
E.
E. Yes. Okay. E. Perfect. Because if it's E, it's gonna
No.
be like the eyeball is gonna be down like where his foot is.
I got it.
No.
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 You have to keep everything hidden. You can't go eye,
You're making an
eye,
eye.
eye. It will know it's going to be an eye.
Okay, now for the next one on top, I actually made it more of a teardrop. So I just took a ball, no E this time. You just point your finger on half of it and roll back and forth so you have more of a teardrop shape. And I'm going to place this with the teardrop, the larger part of the teardrop down, like so. Okay, and then the other one here. And this part could be done with the royal icing too. Okay, you don't have to do all of this with fondant, because if you're doing a lot of these, I'd probably mix it up, mix them a bit. And then we just need a tiny bit of white here for the little dot of the eye, and it's important that that's small, or he'll look like a freak.
Then you put it
I mean,
on
you don't want
the
your
side.
candy cane looking like a freak, right? So that's that, and then you
Susan?
want a little,
Have you seen a candy cane with a face on it walking around
All
looking
the
like
time.
a freak? Okay.
oh yeah, I see a lot of things.
You obviously got better alcohol than I do. You are holding out on me.
You're missing out.
I'm missing out.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah. Yep. Got some moonshine when I went away.
Brought that back from where was it? We were Kentucky.
I don't know where I was. Okay, so eyebrows, because they have to have eyebrows too, right? Finger over half, and just roll a little bit longer so it's a little bit thinner at the end there. Pop it on the top, curve it down like so. And again, this could be piped. Ball, finger over half, teardrop. Turn it like that. And then the mouth. I wanted the mouth to be a little different, not just a regular curve. So I start with the ball, finger over half roll, finger over the other half roll, go a little bit in the middle, and then back to the ends. The mouth is important for the ends to be tiny, to be thin. So then I could just pop it on, but bend the mouth, the top part, just a little bit. It's kind of like a little dopey guy, huh? All right, like that. And then he's got to have a bow tie, right?
Always.
Exactly. All right,
Otherwise
so we're
he's a
just
naked.
going to take some lime green. You can either make this with Americolor electric green, or you can mix yellow and green, regular green fondant together to get this color. And I'm just going to use this little mold that has all these different size bows in it. And this one's really good that you don't even have to usually pop. If you're having any trouble getting this out, you can pop it in the freezer. This one usually is pretty good about popping out. Okay, so then that, go down here, like so. If I can get it off my fingers, like that. Okay, and then the difference between this is I did add a little bit of the disco dust, which is a non-toxic dusting powder. It's not a food product. Use it at your own risk.
Yes.
Okay?
Your own discretion.
Your own discretion, yes. So what I used is just a little bit of water and some celery green disco dust on the top to give it that sparkle. So you want to use it kind of sparingly if you use it. I like to live on the edge. That's how I kind of.
She has a little edge cutter here. Do you have these in the store, Susan?
Yes, the strip cutters we have in the store. They're
Strip cutters? Okay.
FMM strip cutters.
Thank you.
Like
Now, they don't
that.
actually have to strip to use this, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying.
Sometimes
clarifying
they
things,
can,
girlfriend.
if they want. Right? Who am I to say what they do in their own house, yeah?
Very true.
All right. Next one. Okay, I'm gonna wait for my board. Next one, I'm not actually gonna do, I'm just gonna talk about. This is a real quick one too. And these are two different versions here, okay? We did this one actually in our royal icing class. So this is royal icing, this is the fondant version. So on this one, I put the royal icing on first, then I dipped it in the sanding sugar, the coarse sanding sugar. So there's coarse sanding sugar, or they call it AA sanding sugar, and then there's just regular sanding sugar that's finer. So we have both of those. Just dipped it in there, and then I piped a zigzag here of royal icing back and forth. And then I used a little sugar decon that's already made for the hat, and then just a little bit of snow and a little bit of sparkle. This one I went with the fondant. I used the plunger cutter for the holly there, and some plunger snowflake cutters that I'll be using a little bit later and show you how to use those correctly. Okay? All right. Where's the, oh, is the other one being passed around?
Which one do you need?
Just
Oh, you want your board back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking
I
for the
know.
one with the blackboard. Coming along.
Okay, we'll do the
You
little
go ahead
fireplace.
and do the profile and I'll get it for you.
All right, while I'm waiting for that to come back, I went ahead and cut out the bottom. That would be my cookie part again. To make the not fireplace, actually, the chimney. I keep calling it a fireplace. I don't know why. You're going to take some red fondant, and you're going to take a little bit of chocolate fondant and mix them together. Good job.
I'm telling you, girl, I'm on it.
Woo!
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
You're hired.
Oh, thank you. Jeez, I've been looking for a good job.
Have you? Because you're not working enough.
Obviously not.
Okay, so you mix the two together, and then you can get your fire, or it could be fireplace or brick, basically, color. All
So you
right.
just added kind of maybe like a quarter of the black to that?
Yeah, about a quarter. Not a lot of the, and it's brown.
Oh, I'm
chocolate.
sorry, it's chocolate
Yeah,
brown?
chocolate.
Thank you.
That's okay, you're busy working.
I was, I
All
didn't
right.
catch that.
And you can even just keep it marbleized. You don't have to totally mix it all in. All right, let me move this back on over. Woo!
Nice transfer.
I know, huh? It's probably totally distorted. Oh well. All right, so we'll go ahead and roll this out. And you can use any kind of brick texture mat at all. We have different ones in the store. There's all sorts, there's like this kind, there's plastic ones like this. There's these. This is like cobblestone, so you could do, you don't have to go brick if you want, if it's not brick in your neighborhood, you want a little cobblestone or something. I'm just using this one because I have
That's
it.
for you folks that live in the fancy neighborhood.
Yeah,
The cobblestone.
exactly, the cobblestone. And then take the same cutter and cut out that middle area. Okay, cut off the top because I don't need that. Pick this up, place it right down in this area here. And then that looks a little too nice and new, so I go again, take my little tool here and just rough that up a bit.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, take some cornstarch, like that, rub that in, see how it goes in all the little grooves? Ooh, yeah.
Like that, girl.
Nice,
Really?
huh? Nice. Okay, and then I will take some regular red for the Santa.
That won't soak into the fondant, will it?
What's that?
The white won't soak in the fondant, will it?
Well,
Cornstarch won't soak into the.
no, it just stays like that. Yeah, no. Because the fondant's not wet, you know, so it's fine. Yeah. So then I'll take the same cutter again, cut out the legs. And pop that right in this area here. And then, if you want to give them a little bump, you can just kind of crack it there. It's not mandatory. You can do it.
Yeah, but why would you not do that?
Gotta have fun too, right? All right, a little bit of black, and then this puppy's almost done here. Roll this on out. Oh, here comes Jingle Bells.
Don't be making fun of me, Susan.
Why would I make fun of somebody that dresses up and wears hats?
Of course not.
I don't think
Have
so.
you kind of looked in the mirror today?
No, what?
Oh, I'm just asking.
All right. Got some shoes there. And then it's pretty much snow. What is this, a freeway?
It is.
What's going on here? Holy cow. All right, we're gonna make a little bit of fluff here and down here. Okay, and then this whole part basically that comes down here is snow on the chimney, so just kind of go up and down. And there's a little snow on the bottom.
9 one again?
What's that?
Tip, 8
It's like an 8 or a 9, yeah. Either of them would work. This one you could even go a little bigger. I just kind of did this one because I need this size for the others. But if you have like a 10 or 12 on this particular one, it would go a lot faster. Okay, and then we have Christmas lights. Yay. All right, so this is one of my molds. It has the little Christmas lights on it. What I did is I filled them and then I went ahead and you just pop them out like that. Here's some that are already dry. Yep, these are fondant. Made out of fondant. I'll show you. I'll fill that in a second. And then I just take a little bit of the gold. Already lemon's gone.
Yeah, it dries really fast.
Really fast.
So at home, I don't want to keep putting lemon in it. I want to take a little bit out and add lemon on the side, correct?
Yeah, this is in a separate container. It's not my full jar. Yeah, you never want to do that because you'll waste it. Because after a while, you can keep this. Like I could keep this for a few days, but after like a few weeks, it kind of tarnishes almost a little bit. So just do a little bit. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this and just pop down here. Got some other ones. And then you can just use some black royal icing and make the little cord like so. And then I put a little bit of glitter there. Okay? It's different too. So we can pass that one around.
Yeah, well, she beat me to it.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I'll try. Are you doing more to this? Or you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so the mold, like you said, yes, it's fondant, it's just like the other one I used. Just take a little bit of the fondant, press it in, and then I just popped them in the freezer so they'd come out and be perfect, just for a few minutes.
You can use chocolate cake.
You can use chocolate in that, and Peg's gonna actually use isomalt in some of them.
I am.
So you can use any of that. You can use modeling chocolate if you want. Any of that will work. Okay, let me just talk about this other one here. Oh, he's lost his head.
Oh.
Okay, this right here. Okay, do you see these right here?
Yes?
Do you?
See them?
You
Yes.
see them?
Yes,
You
yes.
see them?
Do you want them passed, or you?
Yeah,
Are
we
you
can
done
pass
saying
them.
you see them? You see
See
them?
'em? This is a fondant version here, and then this is the royal icing version that we actually did in class. So you can see how I just changed it up a little bit, like that. This cutter is the one that I did this with, and this cutter is also a stacked 3 pumpkins on top of each other, which is in the cabinet next to the coffee. You can see it in there. It's standing up. But you could also make a regular snowman that has, you know, the regular buttons on it. So you can make, you know, several different kinds of cookies with the one cutter.
Is
I
that
like that when you can do many things with one cutter.
Do you only have the one size cutter for the snowman, or do you have different kinds of?
I just have the one size, the
Okay.
copper ones. Yeah, now this dress could be several different dresses too, right? It doesn't have to be just that dress. But that's a totally different cookie. You never see those, you know, it's always Santa. It's all about Santa, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It was all about you.
And speaking of Santa. Okay. All right, so this one here, I'm just gonna cut out the red.
Did you say that the fondant comes in all these colors?
Fondant comes in all these different colors, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
That
In
makes it a
2
lot
pound and in
easier.
5 pound. It is, especially red and black and the darker colors green. It's a lot easier to.
And then I also noticed that on the snowman, the log,
Yep.
the fondant also has a much more polished look.
In the what?
In the snowman,
Yeah.
the fondant
Oh,
polished
yes.
look than the royal ice.
It does. Yes. Okay, here's Mr. Santa Claus. So we're gonna go ahead and use the same cutter here. Cut that out, and I'm just gonna leave that there as the entire cookie, since I don't have a board. And I'm gonna take some flesh color fondant. Now flesh color, there's, AmeriColor sells a copper color, and it also says flesh tone under it. And that's how you can make your flesh tone. You only wanna do a little tiny bit of the food color to get your flesh tone. And you can also just use a tiny bit of yellow and a tiny bit of red food color with your white to make flesh. Very slight. So if you don't have that flesh tone, you can do that. Okay, I want to cut with the pizza cutter just like a small shape, something like that for the face. And that is going to go right about in this area here. And then I'll go ahead and do a nose. So it's just a ball for the nose. Right about there. And then we will go to the black. Okay. All right, so I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to do the belt and also his little shoes. So just cut the bottom, cut that off, right down there. So see, it's pretty easy. It's all just, piecing it together, and then put a little line in the center, like so. And then for the belt, what I can do is actually take the cutter again and place it over the top, and then you can use this as, that's a guide for you to cut your belt. Okay. So there's no, guessing. It's all quick and easy. His buckle, I did the same way as her buckle. Okay, so I won't repeat that. Keep a little bit of this for his mouth. So we'll pop this right down here. And then 2 eyes. 2 is good, right? Should have 2, huh? One? We could do a Cyclops Santa. Right? Yeah. Why not? Okay, and then let's see. The only other thing would be his his hands. His hands. So we'll just take a little bit of the green, and I usually will just pop that on, just like that. It's like a little oval. So a ball, finger over it, and just make a little oval right in that spot like that. And then it's all about the royal icing. Okay, so down here, fluff that up, fluff it around here, around here. I did use the veining tool on this one and make some little creases in his hat, like so. And then we could do the little bob here, and then I like to go around the top here, do his mustache. So I start in the center and I squeeze and I pull out this way, squeeze, pull out this way, and then go ahead and continue filling in his beard. Voila. So this one looks a lot harder than it is. It's actually pretty easy. Okay, and then what you can do is add the little holly sprig, and you can also add just a little bit. See how he's got a little bit of blush? So that's just a very light pink dusting powder that I use a dry brush and just dust it. Okay, that's that one. Okay, then the last of these cookies was this poor guy that's all broken. That's my buttons.
He's all broken. I thought about your separation.
He is, yes. like this. And I wasn't gonna do the whole thing, but what I wanted to show you is the candy part, because that's kind of hard for people to do. And because you can even do, not even the whole gingerbread guy, you could just have a round cutter, and if you just want to do the mince with the round cookie cutters. So I thought I would show you the easiest way to do that. There we go. So that would be using the cutters right in front of me here. And we will just roll out some white. Okay, a little cornstarch underneath. And I'll pick a pretty good size. So it's always good to have like a nesting set of round cutters. And then I think I'm gonna actually go with green.
That's a great set where you get the cutters on both sides.
Yeah, we have them in the shop.
They also, when you can cut it like the fondant like that to go on the top of the cupcakes, it's quick and easy that way.
Yeah, it's good just to have, I mean, I use them all the time for all sorts of different things. Okay, so then what I want to do is use the same cutter like that. And then what I do is I take it like this and I'll cut and then I'll move it over and cut
Bless you.
and move it and cut. Oh, that looks like a volleyball or something. And let me cut one more time, like over here. So then you can take these pieces, whoops, I didn't cut that one very well, and actually do like every other piece like that into the center. So it's super easy, quick and easy. These are a little big, but you'll get the idea. And let me cut one more. Okay, this isn't the best one, obviously, but you'll get the idea. Like that. So it makes the lines for you, obviously, if you take your time and do it a little bit better. And then like on this, if this was just the only cookie, you could take your like red royal icing and just squeeze in here and do your little lines like that. Okay, so do that. Okay, and then it would be a little better like this. And then I put some disco on this. This is all done with fondant. Did you want his head? You want his arm?
We'll send them around in pieces.
Poor guy. Poor little guy.
He's all broken up
he
over
is.
this whole day.
I know. Tell me about it. Okay, so that is it for that one. And now I'm going to show you a cookie wreath.
I'm gonna have you hold it.
Okay, so let me just clean a little of this up. Now for this one, I like to use, I like to use these kind of snowflake sets because they have the little cutters and stuff too. But you can also just use individual cutters and use like little round tips and things to cut out the cookies. So here, we have some that Rose baked. See, like this was just a regular cutter like this, and then she used a decorator tip to cut holes out. So those are things that you can do too. Oh wow, that was Rose. That's Rose for you.
Rose for you.
She uses her. Yeah, that's right. Okay, and then we've got some other molds to use and some other cookie things. And first thing I want to show you is you can either do these in royal icing. So here's some of the cookies that are already done. But people have asked me to bring in this dipping icing stuff. And what you do is you just open it and heat it up a little bit. But you can use royal icing. You could use fondant too if you want. This just stays a little bit softer than the royal icing does.
What is this?
It's a vanilla dipping icing. No, it's more like a glaze. So you could actually put it on like not that you make donuts, but danishes, things like that. That's what they use it for a lot. Okay, so you just heat it up. You want to stir it up a little bit. And you can spread it on with a knife too. We have on the cookies that we're giving out later, we have some of it, and I just spread it with a knife and then dipped it on the sugar.
We get cookies?
Maybe, if you're good.
I knew there's a catch.
So I had some that was, I colored blue with just regular gel color. This one, I'm just gonna dip it in the white and then just go like this and get some of it off. And then come back and just dip it in sugar, like that. If it covers any of the holes, later on what I did is just took a little skewer and popped some of them out. It stays a little soft, it's not totally, it's not as hard as royal icing. Yeah. So that,
If you do royal, then you can put the sanding sugar on top of that.
yeah, you can do royal too. You can do either. So.
And that's called sanding sugar?
This is actually the coarse sugar that I use, the thicker sugar, but you can do either, whatever you choose. So these are all like the different designs and things.
That's a great
Using all these little cutters to cut out the centers
I like
stuff. So you can do a whole combination with this whole set. And then there's the other big ones here, so on and so forth. I'm gonna move this out. We have a cookie recipe, yeah.
You really didn't want to give that up, did you?
No, I don't care. I didn't know you were gonna take it. Okay, so I've got a board all ready to rock here. And then I've already got some cookies that are done. So we're gonna make a wreath, a cookie wreath. Different way of displaying, taking, instead of just a regular platter, let's make it into something. Why not? Right?
Why not?
Let's think
Outside
different.
of the box?
Let's think outside, yeah, outside that box, that's right.
Are we going into the circle?
Into the circle? Yeah, rear. Outside the box, into the circle. Okay, so you can either just like sit these, you can take a little of the royal icing or even that same dipping icing, and I'm just gonna pop these on here. So I've got 3 of these bigger ones here. Kind of spread those out. And then I have 2 of these, and I've done with the blue, but still put the white sugar
That
on
is
top.
They'll come off without breaking if you use the,
Yeah, you would need a spatula. If I wasn't gonna take this anywhere,
uh-huh.
I wouldn't even attach them. Or you can even set it up when you get there. But I'm gonna keep this, so. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know what you mean.
She's not giving it away.
No,
She's
tell us
keeping
what
it.
you
She's being
mean.
selfish today.
What do I mean?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
You mean you're not giving that one away today, are you?
I don't think I
You're
am.
keeping it.
I'm keeping it.
All right, then you
I
be
like
that
it.
way.
You deserve it.
I like it.
I thought maybe she'd give it to me, but no.
You can't take it. You're going on a plane.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so I started. There's my first row.
Oh, that's great.
Ooh, like that.
But that's not enough for us, is
No,
it?
not enough. Take it to the
That's
next
not
level,
gonna feed
girl.
everyone.
Keep going.
All right, so then we'll come back. And I actually like to put these on top of that one.
Are those is that the same cutter?
It's the same set. It's not the same cutter. These are different. This is different than this white one. These are different.
Do you have that set, Cookie? I'd be happy to pass it. Yeah, it's a complete set.
Or you can
Coming
buy
around.
individual ones and cut them out too.
Oh, no, buy the set. It's easier.
It's a set.
Make your list. Get in that store first.
Yeah.
That is a nice set.
Okay. And one more up here.
Now you're gonna finish that off with a surprise, a bow, baby.
A bow?
A bow?
Funny, a bow?
I know, a bow. I'd like to see a bow on
A
it.
bow.
Yes.
All right, so for a bow, I already have a bow made, and at the very end and the last demo, I'm actually gonna bake a bow. Unless I have time here, I'll make it now. So I've already made some bow tails out of fondant, and I used gray fondant here. And then what I did is I painted it with this silver highlighter, or you can use new silver also. And then I sprinkled some of the hologram silver disco dust. Now, the things that are going on here, you wouldn't really actually, eat this. So I feel free to just put a ton of it on, okay? So when it's still wet from painting it, I just take my little sprinkler thing here while it's still wet, and you just want to sprinkle it on. Now there's silver disco and there's hologram silver. Hologram actually has all the different colors of the rainbow and stuff in it, where the regular silver doesn't sparkle as much. So any ones that have hologram in the description sparkle a lot more. Okay, so then I will take this, and I just want to go like over here. So I made this last night. Put it all together, and then I let them kind of sit on there. So if I was gonna take it somewhere, then I'd probably go ahead and put a little royal under it, like so, maybe a little here. And then my bow loops here, which you can see where I put the paper in there. So I can take that out now, if I can get that out. Trusty hemostats, right, Jay? That's right, buddy. All right, and then we could just sit this right on top.
Oh.
Okay.
wow.
Is that enough? Not for
Not
me.
for you, Susan.
No. Okay, so I have some other cool molds here that I love, these letters or names, Noel and all this kind of stuff. So for these, what you do is you'll put your fondant in, okay, and you put it on top. I put a little cornstarch there, and the easiest way to do these is roll this in and take a palette knife like this and then cut most of the top part off like that, and then come back and just push that in as much as possible.
Do you put cornstarch inside?
I didn't put anything inside, no, just on top because I was gonna roll it. So you wanna make sure that it's pushed in there, like right here, I can see it needs a tiny bit more, so I would go ahead and take a little bit more and pop it in there. Just kind of go back and forth, pop it in the freezer until it's set. And then I'll show you how to unmask that one, because you have to just kind of go underneath it and pop it out with your thumbs. If you just kind of try like that, you'll break it. Yeah. So here's one that I did in gold and put the hologram gold on it. These were all on that cake that's up front. That's a class that's coming up that's damaged, that cake that's up front. I have these on red, like on each of the tiers. One says peace, joy, Noel. So here, I've done them in silver, painted in silver, put the hologram silver on, and then I'll just take a little royal here, and I'll pop these around. So that one, Noel's kind of a shorter one, so I'll put that over here. Believe needs a bigger area. I don't know if I have the royal actually in the right spot there, but I'm just gonna keep going.
Take it down.
And then, and then I have this mold too, which I have no idea where I put the mold.
I might have swiped that one.
Right in front of me. Good eye. Good eye. Trying to swipe that. This would be a good isomalt.
Oh yeah, I want
Yes.
to pour into it later.
Yeah, okay. So they're just these little stars type things. Same thing, did them in white, put them in the freezer, pull them out, put a little bit under, and you can put these kind of around here just to add to the whole presentation on the board. Whoops, that one's still soft. And I use fondant. You can also do, gum paste in these molds if you want. So Peg is going to do some isomalt. And I don't want to lift this too much because this isn't all on here totally stable.
But how
there-
high
isn't
can you
that
lift
pretty?
it?
It's different too.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah, it is a pretty one.
Yay, Susan.
But you can use the same idea and just, if you wanted to do, like holly cookie leaves and put little gingerbread cookie guys on it and red and green and all the, regular type things. So you can certainly do that. And it's better than just a regular tray of cookies that you're taking, right?
Right, yeah, right.
Okay, I think I've got one more here to show you.
Can you hold that up for me,
There's that.
Susan? You're Facebooking it, girl. There you go. Wait. No, well, okay.
What's that? Okay.
Like that. Do you
All right,
want me
so
to
just
kind
one
of?
more. Yeah, it's just these might not be totally attached.
Not a problem. It's going right out the door.
Not a problem. Funny girl. Funny girl.
She did. She painted it with
Whoops, you don't want to use
the
that?
silver,
Oh.
and then came back over it and dusted it with the silver over there,
Hologram?
the hologram. And so this is what she's got, and I'll sprinkle a little of it inside there.
It's like a little
So
salt
while it was
pepper.
wet, she sprinkled heavily.
Are these little ones like the cherry cake? Hologram is in both.
It's non-toxic. It'll go through your system.
Same thing as
Yeah. Now, some of the dusting powders now, it used to be they were all non-toxic. The sugar art ones that are separate, the ones that the screw top, a lot of those are actually food safe now. They even have like kosher certification on them. So all those brands you can eat, but the Disco is non-toxic. It's not a food substance. Okay, so I'm gonna show you one more. I'm gonna show you this snowflake. So I've got another snowflake cookie here. You can do it in gingerbread too if you want. I'm gonna use the same cutter and cut out a piece of white fondant.
It'll be on display.
And it's usually easier if I actually put it right on top before I cut anything out. Okay, so now what I can do is go ahead and use the same cutters that Rose used. I'll have to peek and see which ones she used. Okay, like that. And then cut that out. Just use a little something to get those out. It's a little sticky. What's that?
Don't forget the one in the freezer.
Okay, it's going to take a little longer,
Oh, okay.
yeah, for that. What else do I have under here? Okay, so this one, cut out here. And it takes the time that you can actually line them up, but I'm just kind of going for it here. And then pull those little pieces out. Okay, and you would clean all of that up too, which maybe I'll do later when I have time and finish it. But you cut those out and then it's underneath there, and then I can actually put a little bit of water under here and stick it. I don't like to stick it on before I cut those out in case I need to move it. And then if you want to kind of change this up and not just have a snowflake, you can take something like, here's some other molds that we have, little faces of snowmen and things like that. So it's a mold again, put it in the freezer, pop it out, and I let this one just dry a little bit. And then what you can do is just use dusting powders or gel food colors. Right here I have some white food color here, it's the gel piece, Bright White, and I also have some red, regular gel color in here. And then I have some small brushes, and I also need a little bit of black, which is probably somewhere right in front.
What do you need? What do you?
Black gel color? It was behind there. Is it behind the paper towels? Okay, so I'm going to take some of this color and a little of the white and mix it together. Because the color by itself, the red by itself is too dark. Okay, so I'm going to take this, and where the scarf is, I'm going to go ahead and paint that red. It was it wasn't as big as that, and it was upside. Oh my gosh, it's right there. I wonder who put it there so it would be convenient for me.
Hey!
Wow. Woo. And it's only the first demo. It's only going to get worse, people.
Bring your beer.
Love her optimism.
Okay. So and then I can do a little up here. And you can switch it and do like one red and one part green. Okay, and then you can take the black, since we know where it is now.
Watch out, it was upside down.
I'm not having fun if I don't mess up. Get all messy. Messy. Messy, messy, messy. And then you can paint the hat with the black. And then I can paint the little eyes.
Do you have that one done so I could pass it?
I don't think so. There's some other ones. No, we'll save those for later. Nah. You just sit tight.
Doing that for you, hun.
All right. So you end up just 30 minutes and I'll have this done.
And only Susan can see what she's doing.
Yes, it's really good. Wow, look at that.
I'm impressed,
I wish you
girlfriend.
guys
I'm
could
telling
see
you. And
this.
you're doing that without glasses?
That would be great. Look at that. Woo! Then I'm going to take a small brush and I'm just going to paint the eyes.
Obviously, Susan has
We will
not
have
turned
to
50
pass.
yet. She still doesn't have to have a second pair of eyes.
So it doesn't have to be 50.
Like that.
I was told
And then he's got an
45.
orange nose. So a little bit of orange color.
Look right, or which color, are you looking for a dust or?
I'm gonna use the dust. It's nice just to have these drawers right here, huh?
Oh, that's handy.
You have that
girl.
at your house?
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, so I'm gonna use one of the dusting powders here and another brush. And I could just use a little water. And I'm just gonna paint the little nose. Okay, and then I'll let this, I'll just pop it on the cookie actually.
I know, I feel.
I'd probably still put a little bit of blush on him. So like this, and you can always take like a blue color around the edges. So this is a petal dust, or this is actually a luster dust. There's petal dust, luster dust, discos. Petal dust are matte dusting powders. Lusters have a sheen to them, so this has a sheen to it. And you can go around the edge with the blue.
And these are an edible product,
These are
yes. Food
this
safe.
particular brand, the Sugar Art.
Yes.
Some of the other ones in the other jars are not. They're non-toxic. Okay.
Your cup.
And I can add, obviously add some more to it, but then you have a cute little, a snowflake that's, you know, a little bit different than the norm.
Love
There's
that.
also like little Santa.
You didn't want to see that, right?
No, we're good. So you could do the little Santa face like that in the middle too.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right, so I think, does anyone have any questions on the cookie portion here? The mess?
Can I ask you about the Santa, because I was busy writing other stuff.
Which Santa?
The one you just-
That little one?
Yeah, so can I ask you like after, so I'm not bothering everybody else?
Well, what's the question? How I painted him? I just used the flesh color dust, and I dry brushed the face part of the Santa that's going around. Then I used the white on the white part, and I used this red on the cat.
And these products are what?
These are gel food colors, red gel food color,
Oh, I have that.
and bright white gel food color, gel, not airbrush. And then I used a flesh tone.
And so I just.
Petal
is that
dust.
correct? I don't have to.
I didn't paint that with liquid, the flesh part. I actually started with that, and I took a dry brush and I just brushed the face with the flesh color.
Okay.
And then I painted the white so it wouldn't.
So all those things I bought before, I now have another use for.
Yeah, but do you have every color?
I
I don't think you have them all.
I have a pantry as tall as, well.
I'm not telling you.
You have sold me so much stuff, girl.
So
Yes,
here's
lots of uses.
some of the letters that were actually done in the other colors too, the reds and you could obviously put, like I said, the disco dust on those and stand them, put them on the cakes and things like that.
And where can we get these letters, Susan?
Oh, we can get all this at the Cake Cottage.
At the Cake Cottage, these are part of Susan's whole new mold line that is being launched.
I know, so get it while they're hot, man.
yes.
All right, okay,
Susan-
so we have all of those molds. They can help you out if you're looking for certain ones.
Susan, the mold that you put in the freezer
Oh,
or
yeah.
the refrigerator, can you show us how
Sure.
you took how you take the letters out?
So what you want to do is flex the mold first all around the edges, and then I take my thumb, I just flex it and take my thumbs like that and push it out from under, like that. And then if there's any little bits, then just kind of push those in. The tool I like the best, I love my ball tools anyway, the metal ones, but this middle one has this flat piece, and if you put it down, this is great to push like in, so it's another use for that other side of that tool. See? Ta-da!
Put it on there and we'll pass it along with a dried one.
These are a little more stuck, so
Okay.
it's a little bit better. Okay, so next demo will be Rose, and also it's Peggy Taka, so that'll be at 12:15.